أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, brothers and sisters. We begin today with the dua. Allahumma inna as'aluka ilman nafiyan wa rizqan tayyiban wa amalan mutaqabbalan. O Allah, I ask you for knowledge that is beneficial. I ask you for provision that is good and pure, and I ask you for deeds that are accepted. This afternoon, we are again here in Ramadan in the year 1441 AH, after the Hijrah, the migration of the Prophet from Mecca to Medina. As we complete the 16th day of fasting, we will continue Ramadan reminders with the Tafseer of Surah Al-Ma'un here at the DB Islamic Association. And as such, we will be discussing this Meccan Surah, chapter 107, the chapter of small kindnesses. Since we are in the middle 10 days of the month, we will be doing the dua for the days of forgiveness. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Astaghfirullah Rabbi min kulli dhanbi wa atubu ilayh. I ask forgiveness of my sins from Allah, who is my Lord, and I turn towards Him. This surah is based on two core principles of Islam: how one prays and how one gives in charity. The impetus for this revelation may have hinged on an incident with Abu Jahl, the testator of an orphan. The child approached him in such a destitute state, without almost nothing on, and asked for something out of what his father had left for him. Abu Jahl laughed at him, rebuked him, and shooed him away. The other non-Muslim chiefs said to the boy out of fun, "Go to Muhammad and plead your case." So the innocent boy, who didn't know better, went to our Nabi. The Prophet immediately got up and went with the boy to Abu Jahl's house. When he spoke to Abu Jahl, the boy was then given his due. This shows the level of disrespect and injustice the orphans and the needy received regularly at the hands of the leaders of the Quraysh at that time. So Allah begins the surah as follows: Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ara'ayta alladhi yukadhibu bid-din. So Allah begins with the indication that this is a question, with the first letter of the ayah, Alif Fatah. So Allah is asking, have you seen or do you know the person who denies bid-din? Now what is deen? The word deen normally means religion, but in this ayah it has the same meaning as in the third ayah of Surah Fatiha, when you recite Maliki Yawmiddin, Master of the day of deen, of judgment. So the question he poses is, do you know the person who does not believe in the day of judgment? Allah now shows us two characteristics of such a person when he says, فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُ الْيَتِيمَ. This is the first distinction. For that is the one who drives away the yatim, the orphan. وَلَا يَحُدُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. The second distinction. And does not feel the urge to feed the miskeen, the poor, the man who has nothing to sustain him or suffice his needs. And Allah now addresses the second issue in the surah by starting with a warning. And He says, فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. While. This is a warning. It means to beware. And why should Allah say beware to those who pray? Aren't they in a better stead than those who don't pray? Allah is speaking specifically to الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. He's speaking specifically to those who are neglectful of their prayers. Sahun, neglect. And we can categorize that as those who pray and are steadfast in it, but they remember Allah very little while the prayer is going on. Or those who pray by postponing it very late, as we can see with people pushing Asr and reading it almost when the sun is setting at Maghrib, at the time of between the horns of Shaitan. Or those who pray out of time and have to qadr it, like some people who get up late every morning and read Fajr after the sun has risen. Or those who pray in public to be seen but not at home. And Allah continues to warn about الَّذِينَ هُمْ يُرَاءُونَ. So Allah warns about those who make a show of their deeds. The Prophet explained this beautifully as follows: whoever tries to make the people hear of his deed, Allah, the one who hears his creation, will hear it and make him despised and degraded. While those who do good deeds solely for Allah, but the people came to know about it and He is pleased with that, then this is not considered showing off. And Allah concludes the surah with وَيَمْنَعُونَ الْمَاعُونَ, and they deny ma'un. Here the surah gets its name from the very last word in it. And they deny even the small kindnesses. These people do not worship their Lord well, nor do they treat His creation well. They would not even help others by lending a needle, a hatchet, a pot, a bowl, or even help others on the side of the road. This surah is concerned with two of the core principles of Islam: how one prays and how one gives charity. And Allah reminds us about the people who pray but are heedless to Him. And some of them do not even help the orphans, the needy, not even with the smallest kindnesses, even though Allah has blessed them themselves. So Allah is saying, remember Him. Tomorrow, inshallah, we continue with Ramadan reminders, and we shall be going on to Surah Al-Kawthar, the chapter of abundance. We shall now end with the dua. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka antas sami'ul alim. Our Lord, accept this service from us. Indeed, you are the hearer, the knower. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.